welcome back to a new episode. This one's going to be a little bit different for us. We're going to talk about
showgrounds. Showgrounds camping. Now, you know, we guys, you know, we love things like free camping and low cost camping. Well, in 2024, we discovered showgrounds.
So we've done a bit of showground camping, mainly because I've had to keep us around South East Queensland.
So this episode, we're going to concentrate on showgrounds in the South East Queensland area. Two reasons. One, because it's very hard to get cheap accommodation in South East Queensland.
That's right. And certainly around the Brisbane area.
Two, there is a lot of showgrounds in this area.
That's right, that we didn't even actually realise were there. So just sort of broaden your horizons. You don't need the flashy, expensive caravan park when you can still get your power and water at a showgrounds.
Seriously. So in northern Brisbane, or the north side of Brisbane, we have to go a lot for Cain's heart appointments. And there is 0 caravan parks in this area, isn't there? There's nothing.
Certainly that's not too far from the hospital. We don't want to be on the road for an hour.
Yeah, so we literally either have to go out of Brisbane or down to the Gold Coast or something. There is no caravan parks on the north side of Brisbane.
That's right. So which one did we find?
So we found Pine River Showgrounds, and it is amazing. It's like a massive caravan park.
It is like a massive caravan park. There's power, water. You camp on the inside of the oval around the perimeter. You camp on the outside of the oval. It's like a big showground sort of oval.
Well, it is a showground.
That's right. There's toilets.
Yes.
There's showers.
Yes.
Yep,
the
showers.
We never use the showers.
No, we've got them ourselves because you can connect to water, and they ask you to put your grey water hoses along the fence line, so it sort of keeps everything green when it's in dry time. So
Pine River Showgrounds lets you stay there for 30 days, and they're very strict with the 30 days. You can't stay longer than that. It's $35 a night. There is no week rates or anything like that.
It's just straight up $35 a night.
But that includes power,
water,
toilets, showers, dump point.
There's actually 2 dump points, 1 dump point.
One dump point. There's another one up the road about 5 minutes.
Yeah, there is one. Yeah, 5 minutes up the road.
The thing that we love about Pine River Showgrounds is that it is literally, what do you say, 20-minute drive to the hospital? It is,
yeah. It's about a 20-minute drive to the hospital. It's not that far away from Sandgate Shopping Centre. Is it Sandgate Shopping Centre?
No. It's 15 minutes from Chermside, which I think is one of the best shopping centres in Brisbane. And just up the road at Pine Rivers, there is another shopping centre as well. So, and I think the train or the buses is just
the trains and buses pretty much run straight past there anyway. And the other good thing we like is they actually lock it up at night time. So they give you a key so you can get in and out, but around 9 o'clock at night, I think the caretaker comes and locks the gates. And yeah, so other thing is you must book, because it is a very popular place.
Very popular. Like the first time we booked, because we were coming for a long time, the next time we thought we're only coming for a few days, and only rung up about a week before, and we were lucky to get a spot. We were seriously lucky. So yes, it is one that you do have to book.
And because it is a showgrounds, they try and rehabilitate certain areas. So if someone's there for 30 days with their ground sheet out, the grass is fairly dead, so they'll try and shut that spot off and leave it out. So when people go there and say, oh, it's not booked out, there's a spot, but they're just trying to get the grass to come back so they don't just have a big dirt patch all the way around the oval.
And there is lots to do around the Pine Rivers area. Like right next door, there is a massive swimming pool. So if you've got kids, great spot to go down and hang out.
Literally just up the road, we rode our bikes there. Is the Peachtree,
the old
historical pioneer village.
Yep. And there's the Pine River as well, and there's a really nice park and playground down near the Pine River. Lots to explore.
Yeah, so Pine Rivers really serves a purpose for us when we go to Brisbane and have to be fairly close. Certainly my appointments sometimes are like 7 o'clock in the morning, so we don't want to be up at silly o'clock coming from an hour out of town to try and get there. So it's very convenient. Now, if we can't get into Pine Rivers, where do we go?
So our second option is the Dayboro Showgrounds. Dayboro Showgrounds is $20 a night. But I do believe they have a weekly rate as well. I will put it in the thing. I can't remember how much. They do have a weekly rate.
I do believe their prices may have gone up.
That's why it's $20 a night. So, it was 18.
Yeah. So, but they've got a laundry there. A little laundry.
Okay, well, let's tell them about Dayboro first. The showgrounds at Dayboro. What do they have?
It's got nice showers and toilets.
Probably one of the best amenity blocks we've seen.
It does get crowded. It gives you that country feel because it is sort of out at Dayboro. And Dayboro itself is a beautiful little spot with the pub's awesome to eat at. Our favourite palmy place is the Drop, I think.
Yes,
at
the Dayboro Drop.
So it ticks a lot of boxes for us if we're there for a bit longer and we don't have to go into the hospital every day. So we might go down there, hospital one day and spend sort of the week there. So we'll go out and stay at Dayboro.
And two reasons, because we love Dayboro. We love that country feel. It does not feel like it anywhere near Brisbane. And also the weekly rate. Like, to start with, it's $20 a night. So we're saving $15 compared to Pine Rivers. So that's a massive saving.
That's right. And I'm sure if you go back and watch some of our episodes while we're there, it's really close to Mount Mee, some of the national parks that are there, Samford. There's a lot of little places to go and see around Dayboro.
Heaps to explore. And it also has 2 dump points. So it has 2 dump points, and sometimes they have horse events and that in the arena. So if you're there on a weekend or something, you can check out and watch the horse events. It is probably my pick of all the showgrounds that we have stayed at, mainly because they have the best amenities. The laundry, it's only 1 washing machine and dryer, but it's $4 for a load, and they have clotheslines. So I can do a load of washing for $4, hang it out in the clothesline.
And it's not a run-down, busted thing that you look at and go, ugh.
Yeah, I would say, like, some people do worry about showgrounds that not always kept up to a very nice standard. Dayboro is amazing. Pine Rivers is really nice too, but Dayboro is another step above.
Big tick for us is Dayboro.
Now, in the same area, we haven't stayed at this one, there is also the Samford Showgrounds.
We did go and look at Samford. We drove in there and had a look. We just felt that it wasn't quite for us. Other people might like it. We just felt that it was a bit out of town because it's not actually in Samford.
Yes. Samford itself is a beautiful little town.
Samford is a beautiful town, but it's just a little bit out, and just the camping is not quite as nice, we reckon. So.
And it's still $20 a night, and it just didn't have that same welcoming feel that Dayboro or Pine Rivers had, so we chose to go to them.
That's right. So that is an option to go to Samford if Dayboro's full. What normally happens is you must check and book because they'll have shows, rodeos, events, and they close them up during those times, and people will normally go, oh, Pine Rivers is closing, we'll all go out and flood at Dayboro and Samford. And this vice versa, if they're sort of closed, they all flood into.
So how do you usually find out that information, Cain?
You ring them up.
Nah.
You look at Facebook.
I actually jump on wiki camps. Either people who have been staying there or the people who are running the showgrounds are very good at putting on wiki camps.
They keep everything updated.
Yeah, the dates they're going to be closed and things like that. So wiki camps has really helped. You can also jump on their Facebook pages. Pine Rivers Facebook page is amazing. They keep it up to date really well.
Now, another one we went and checked out, we didn't stay there either because Pine Rivers really suits our needs, is Redcliffe.
Redcliffe Showgrounds.
Redcliffe looks really nice too. I probably think it's probably a better looking one than Samford, but I really can't comment on it because we drove around it. We didn't actually go into it because it's getting a bit harder, and the showies were all in there too. When the showies start to all come in, they fill up the place quite.
And it's a bit hard to sort of tell the vibe of a showgrounds when you've got all showies and other people there that aren't normally there. So we love the Redcliffe area.
Oh, Redcliffe area is magic.
So if you sort of want to stay out of Brisbane a bit and you want more coastal, I would definitely look at the Redcliffe Showgrounds.
It's got some really nice beaches around Redcliffe, some really nice eateries there, plus the whaling tours right there, and
we love the whales.
Yeah, and
it was a little bit dearer. It's about the same price, I believe, as Pine Rivers, so it's $35. Now, all these prices we're giving you are for power and water. Some of them may do unpowered prices, but majority, from what I've seen, it's just power is thrown in whether you want it or not nowadays.
Yeah,
because it's there and they can't really turn it off.
And I think they just sit there and say that's just a one price, whether you have it or not. So next awesome caravan, the caravan park.
We're not talking about caravan
Showground
parks.
That you love.
Don't stay at caravan parks.
We haven't stayed at one for a long time.
Okay, so we're heading out of the Brisbane area a little bit more, but staying in South East Queensland. As you guys all saw, Christmas 2023 going into 24, we spent a lot of time at the Kenilworth Showgrounds.
We love the Sunshine Coast Hinterland. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend you go and do the Hinterland. That's Mullaney, Kenilworth, Imbil, the national parks there, and even drop down into Nambour and the Sunshine Coast, because it's all really convenient to get to.
And there is lots of showgrounds around there. So we stayed at Kenilworth. They were $30 a night. Older amenities.
Yeah, and you do have to have your dollar for the shower.
Yeah, so we had obviously a big family camp there, so they were really accommodating. So if you want a bigger group camp, they were so nice. We just rung up early, let them know what we needed, and they gave us a massive space.
They allowed us to camp on the inside of their oval, which they generally don't do. Everyone sort of camps out and around it, but because we had 8 of us.
8 camps, yeah. So I have to really impressed with that. And where the showgrounds is located, they've actually got a kids playground, like a little basketball court thing,
swimming pool next door. But really, if you're going to stay there, drive 10 minutes out to the road, Charlie Moylan's, and swim there. It is magic.
Oh, that's Cain's like favourite swimming place. Look, I like Kenilworth because literally diagonally across the road is the dairy, and I love Kenilworth dairy.
The cheeses and the yogurts
and the ice cream's beautiful.
We did go to the pub there for tea, which was really nice.
Yes.
We did check out the bakery.
Oh, that's the bit everyone knows.
Everyone knows the Kenilworth bakery for the donuts. You know,
Kenilworth Showgrounds is a really good base to explore that Sunshine Coast hinterland because it's sort of right in the middle.
It is. It's very central.
Now, we did, while we were staying at Kenilworth, go and check out the Mullaney Showgrounds. It had been raining. What did you think of the Mullaney Showgrounds?
They're really nice too. I just don't think they've got the area that Kenilworth has. So
no, they seem to just only have a lot smaller area, and a lot of people were camping in mud puddles.
Yeah, it's drainage and everything I didn't think was quite as nice. Right. Mullaney's a beautiful spot. I love, what was it, Woodford? What's the other one called? The very
Montville.
Montville, not Woodford. We did go to Woodford. Montville. It is an awesome, quirky little spot. Again, I recommend trying to do things like midweek, because the weekends, it doesn't matter if it's long weekend, holiday, summer, winter, it is packed. People from Brisbane flood out to Mullaney, Kenilworth and Montville. It's like a little circuit there, and getting a car park gets really difficult.
Is there anywhere to stay out at Montville in the showgrounds?
We didn't check.
No, there's
Montville, no, we didn't. There is a national park down at the dam, I think.
You can't camp down there.
Can't camp down there.
So there's no camping at Montville, so that's why you need to use places like Kenilworth or Mullaney as your base, so you can go out and explore these places. Now, on one of our day trips exploring, we did actually end up at Imbil.
Imbil.
Now, Imbil, we found, actually has a showgrounds too. Now, Imbil is a tiny little town, just probably 50 minutes, maybe a bit less, 45 from Kenilworth.
No, it's not even that. Maybe half an hour up the road.
Rightio. So it's half an hour up the road from Kenilworth, and it has a showgrounds as well. There is lots of camping around Imbil. But a lot of the camping around Imbil is like a hip camp, and they're charging
their prices are pretty
$30 to $50 a night.
And I know you're on their little river or creek,
but
which
there's
is
no power
really
or water
pretty.
or anything.
But we just found the showgrounds. Now the showgrounds are nothing flash. I don't reckon they're as good as the others, but it was very convenient for us because there's rail trails there, and we love riding rail trails.
Yep.
The best bakery in Australia is there because their vanilla slice. Now I know everyone, this is a very, very debatable area, but the vanilla slice and the French vanilla slice at Imbil, it's right up there with the very best of them.
It is pretty good. See, like Cain said, it's not necessarily the prettiest showgrounds. The amenities
It's still on grass. It's not slopey. It's nice and flat.
Flat. It's $25 a night. Again, power and water. Yes, you're not right on the river, but you are central to everything in that area. Personally, I would stay there over the river camping spots where some of them are paying up to $50 a night for no facilities.
And they're pretty crowded, those river spots. So, and there's one out near the dam because we get to drive out to the dam and have a look. It's really close to Armamore State Forest, which we drove there as well for a look.
Yep.
So these spots are all really close together. The Hinterland is awesome. As I said, if you haven't done it, make sure you get there and do it.
Is this a Hinterland episode, Cain, or a Showgrounds episode?
Well, it's a Showgrounds, but it's a really good way to do the Hinterland via the Showgrounds.
Do a Showgrounds tour of South East Queensland.
Showgrounds are a really good viable option.
And in a lot of these spots, there is not off-grid camping, or if they are, they're charging you more than the Showgrounds. So definitely a viable option. In that area as well, doing one of our day trips out, we found the Woodford Showgrounds. Woodford. Again, just on the outskirts of town. I think they're about $25 a night.
Woodford looks really nice too. We didn't stay there, but it does look really nice.
It doesn't, it did look nice. I don't know if I like the vibe of the town.
It's closer to the, there's a main highway west, like Caboolture out to Yarraman and those places. So you're sort of pretty much camped on that there. So it can probably be a bit noisy with traffic. I
don't really know to recommend the Woodford one, but it's there. That's another option. That there is the Woodford Showgrounds.
There is.
Okay, the last one that we have stayed in is the Lowood Showgrounds.
That's right.
Now, what
on the western side of Brisbane, sort of back in the Lockyer Valley area, or the Esk Brisbane Valley way.
It's not very far from Esk, and Esk, like I would say, Esk is a beautiful caravan park.
It does, but you're jammed in and it's a bit expensive.
Jammed in like sardines, expensive. What, down the road 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
Yeah,
max?
That's right.
Is Lowood Showgrounds, $25 a night, power and water. Toilets were kept really nice and clean.
There is showers too, I believe.
Yes, I believe there is showers as well. I personally just, why would I stay crammed in a caravan park when I can have all this space to spread out?
That's right. So Lowood Showgrounds is pretty much right on the rail trail that runs, that's the Brisbane Valley one. And it's a really popular one, and it's a really good base to set yourself up from if you're not sort of going to do camping overnight along the way. You can do sections of it.
So if you're doing the rail trail, the Lowood Showgrounds is a great place to camp. It is an
awesome place to camp, absolutely.
I did a little bit of research. There are a few other showgrounds in that area. So there is the Ipswich Showgrounds, which are $30 a night. The Rosewood Showgrounds, which are $19 a night. Did we see
the Rosewood Showgrounds?
No.
We went to Rosewood. Rosewood's a really nice little town too.
The reviews on Wiki Camps for Rosewood Showgrounds aren't as good. So I can't recommend these. I'm just letting you know that there's other ones around.
So there are a lot of the little towns offer up their showgrounds, which is absolutely fantastic, very convenient. We do know that Rosewood has a very good laundromat.
Yeah, we use a laundromat. That's all we know. So if you're looking around the South East Queensland area, our top 5 showgrounds would be Pine Rivers.
Just purely for convenience. It's a bit dearer, it's massive, and it's purely for convenience to Brisbane. It is so convenient. If you've got appointments and that in Brisbane, Pine Rivers.
Second, Dayboro. is my favourite.
It's, yeah, if you've got a little bit more time, you just need to be in the Brisbane area, but you don't have urgent appointments to and from Dayboro, because it has that country feel, yet you're so close to Brisbane.
Third one is Kenilworth.
Kenilworth, just as I said, the hinterland. It's the premium place for it.
Are you giving them a rundown for each of them again?
Yep.
Just a
They
review.
want to know it. You want to know.
Number 4 is Imbil Showgrounds.
The Imbil's really nice. So they've got a rail trail, some awesome places to go and view, and the bakery. Mwah!
And number 5 is the Lowood Showgrounds.
Just so convenient for that Brisbane Valley rail trail.
And here are a few more that we haven't stayed at, so not personal recommendations, but they're in the area and they might just suit you guys if you're in a different area. So there's the Toowoomba Showgrounds, which we have Cain's sister.
My sister stayed there and says it's really nice, and it's been opened up. It never was, but it's been opened up to showground camping, and she loved it.
$35 a night, so good recommendation there. Crow's Nest Showground, it's $30 a night. Kilcoy Showgrounds, which are $19 a night. Caboolture Showgrounds, which are $28 a night. Then we said Rosewood at $19 a night. Ipswich Showgrounds, $30 a night. And then you've got ones like Woodford, $25, Samford, $20, and Redcliffe, $35. Whoa, that seems a mouthful.
That does seem a mouthful.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is 14 showgrounds in South East Queensland.
That's
and
right.
I think I'm probably missing a couple. So chuck in the comments below if you know any other showgrounds.
I would say Toowoomba's the furthest one away, but still, it's only about 2 hours using obviously their toll tunnel from Toowoomba into the centre of Brisbane. So none of these are more than a couple of hours out of Brisbane. So you do have a lot of options. You're spoilt for showground options.
I hear a lot of people sort of saying that caravan camping's becoming too expensive. There's no free camps, especially in your built-up metropolitan sort of areas. We wanted to show you guys that there is affordable camping options out there. You might just have to go 5-10 minutes out of the area that you want, but you don't need to just go to the Sunshine Coast to find a caravan park in South East Queensland.
Just got to look outside the box a little bit. Yeah, Imbil, Kenilworth, they're only half an hour out of the sunny coast, so you know it's perfect. And go down, spend the day at the sunny coast, and head back. And
yeah. Now, drop us a comment, guys. We would love to hear if you have any recommendations on showgrounds in South East Queensland or really anywhere else.
Yeah, if you've got some showground recommendations, we've stayed at quite a few. This is just South East Queensland because we're starting to do more showgrounds if we have to be in certain areas and there's nothing else. But yeah, we'd be very interested to know what showgrounds you guys would recommend.
Definitely. Have we got anything else we want to tell them about? Is there any tips, Cain, that we could give these guys for showgrounds camping? We have found you do need to book.
Yeah, that's the biggest tip is you just need to make sure that there's no events, functions. The main ones are shows. Yeah. And so it's pretty important to ring up and book. So definitely book. You sort of kind of forget that because they're not a caravan park, people think they don't need to book. Most of these are pretty busy nowadays, so they do. To be honest, it's no different than a caravan park. It's a very, very similar sort of situation. You ring up, you book, and you camp really similar to a caravan park, except it's a bit cheaper and you don't have a lot of the caravan park rules that they might have that are a bit more pedantic. Yeah. So I would say most showgrounds, they're cheaper. Most of the time you can have dogs. That's right. You have a bit more space. Yeah, definitely more space. And a little bit more freedom. I hope some of these tips and showgrounds camps have really helped you guys out. We'd love to know if these are some of the places that you haven't stayed before. We're just giving you some other options for camping. Yeah. Otherwise, join us for our normal content next week. Yeah, so stop surviving, start living. Catch ya. Catch ya. Catch ya. Oh, you're getting a fonging. Seriously. Oh, I love fongings. We're trying to race the sun going down here because we forgot all about filming because we've been having such a good time. I've been doing a lot of book writing.
Shh. So I can actually finish it.
Okay, you finish it. I'll ponder.
Now you've just put me off.
Stop surviving, start living. Catch you on the next one.